Oh man, some epic battles are coming. Brienne got knighted. Brienne got knighted. Oh god. I mean, she's gonna die next episode. No! Oh my god, Arya's the prince? Arya's the prince? But she doesn't even have the sword! What? I am so confused, but this is still so epic. Oh my god. Sunday! Okay, they seem to be rushing it a little bit, but I'll still stick with it. I'll still stick with it. Sunday, she's gonna burn that entire city. She actually burned the whole city. WTF? What was that? No slow descent, no nothing, just snapped like a twig into the Mad Queen? Man, they should have done that over a couple of seasons. None of these characters acted like they should have. Oh, I'm so mad. What the fuck?
5 minutes later.
I don't even know if I'll watch the end. It's been 10 years, I have to watch the end. Bran? Frickin' Bran? Are you serious? Oh my god, they've just ruined the most epic show that was ever written with one bad season. No wonder a million people want them to rewrite it. That's it. I may have watched Game of Thrones 4 times, but I'll never watch it again. I'm done. 10 years of my life, all for nothing. Just like every bit of their character arc. All for nothing. Spoilers. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you may be able to tell, I am so disappointed in Game of Thrones. I am one of the biggest Game of Thrones fan you can meet. I've been watching it for years. I've rewatched this show like 4 different times. I spent from freaking February up through April rewatching it just to prepare for the new season. Alright? That's time I can't get back. The actors are amazing. The cinematography is still amazing. But Dan and Dave ruined that shit, and I am pissed. Before you come at me like, oh, well, you don't like it because it didn't end the way that you wanted it or the way you would have written it. No, I don't like it because they threw, like, seasons of character arc out the window. Just out the window. And as you just seen from my skit, I tried to stick with it. I tried to stick with it all the way until the bell rang. And Daenerys went nuts for really absolutely no reason. And I know a lot of people are saying that they gave hints here and there and everywhere, but they did not show enough madness in her to just have her snap like that. This season should have been done over 2 or 3 more seasons. But I think the D&D, Dan and frickin' Dave, just wanted to hurry up, finish it up so that they could go off and do Star Wars. And if you didn't know, they're the ones that made Wolverine Origins, and quite frankly, that sucks too. That's why it sucks so bad that in one of the Deadpool movies, Deadpool goes back and kills the Deadpool from Wolverine Origins because they severely messed up Deadpool in Wolverine Origins. Just like they severely messed up freaking Game of Thrones. And I am pissed. Okay. It feels like they went more for shock value than what the characters would have done. And instead of going with how these characters have actually grown through the show, it's like it's all for nothing. Everything in the show was for absolutely nothing. They throw them back to where they used to be. It's like Jaime didn't even grow as a character whatsoever. He went running back to Cersei. And Arya and the Hound, no way she would have left when the Hound was like, oh, you're going to die. This is the girl that says, not today to death. She did not get to kill a single freaking person on her list that had anything to do with Ned Stark's death. Not a single freaking one. None of them. She should have killed Cersei. And Cersei deserved a better damn death than what she got. If it wasn't going to be Jaime going there to kill Cersei, then Arya should have killed Cersei, and Jon should have killed the Night King. Just blank period. That's been his entire freaking story, is to go after the Night King. And then here comes this season, and he's turned into a little bitch with no balls. Seriously. What was even the use of Jon being in this entire freaking season besides to stab Daenerys? And the way Dany dies, oh my god, they don't even really acknowledge it. Biggest character in the show, they don't even really acknowledge her death. Like, at all. They turn Tyrion into an idiot. Alright? The only one that shows any real character growth is like Sansa. And Bran becoming king. Are you serious? What happened way back in like the last season or season before when he said he couldn't be the Lord of anywhere? He was no longer Bran. He's no longer Bran. And if you come at me with he couldn't be Lord because he knew he was going to be king, that's bullshit. And if that's true, then he's really the bad guy in all this because that means he let all those people die. He saw all this coming and he manipulated everything to put himself on the throne. That would make Bran truly the bad guy. It would. During the fight in King's Landing, Jon didn't do jack. He didn't do jack. He really didn't. He stopped the guy from raping a girl. That's like freaking it. Grey Worm stayed true to his character arc. Oh yeah, and back to Bran being the king. The Dothraki would have what happened to the Dothraki? Seriously. They would never follow Bran the Cripple. Their whole character arc, its strength is everything. Without Daenerys there, they would have started fighting over who is now their leader. Probably ended up overthrowing Grey Worm. He kept on moving forward to conquer because they were there to knock down stone houses and take this for their own. They would not follow a cripple. They just wouldn't. They wouldn't see him as strong. They would have absolutely zero respect for him. Zero. Brienne was about the happiest part of the entire show. I mean, her becoming knighted. Then, you know, not the part where Jaime hits it and quits it. He should have just stayed with her. Really. Or she should have got with Tormund. One or the other. But her becoming the King's Guard, or the commander, the obvious commander of the King's Guard, and finishing off Jaime's story, that was about my favorite part. All of them sitting around the small council's table was about my favorite part of that entire episode. It's like D&D don't even watch their own show. They rushed through it. They ruined an epic show. And honestly, I hope it ruins their career. Because they let so many people down. We stuck by their side for 10 years. Waited over a year for this season. And this is what they deliver to us? I don't even know if I'll watch the prequel that's coming out. I might. I haven't looked into it deeply. If D&D's not doing it, I might. But HBO needs to get more proactive and look at this stuff and be like, no, it's not good enough. Because this was not good enough. The actors are still amazing. I love them. I'll probably watch other things that I find out that they're going to be in. But D&D ruined the show. I'm not going to watch Star Wars. I don't give a F. I don't ever want to see anything made by them again. And there is a fly flying around in here. It's getting on my nerves. I never want to see anything from those two ever again after this season. I see why they said they were going to go off into seclusion and stay off from social media when this episode aired. Because they knew it was shit. They knew it was shit. And it is shit. And it's bullshit. Excuse all the cursing. I'm really mad right now. Because it is bullshit. And I'm so mad about it. I'm so mad. I don't know if they followed R.R. Martin's outline. But I'm sure if they did, they left out every bit of context that R.R. Martin's going to add in between. Because there's little to no explanation why everybody was like, sure, let's make Bran king. Sure. The imp that we all hate saying we should do it, so let's do it. Why not? Did any of them really even know that he was the three-eyed raven? I mean, how many of them actually sitting there knew that? I know he sat there and explained it, but half of them should have been like, the world's memory? What? Huh? We don't know what you're talking about. Because there was never any context in between of any of them finding that out. And again, he himself said he's not Bran anymore. You might as well think of Bran as being possessed by some all-knowing spirit, because he is. A Stark's not sitting on the throne. The freaking three-eyed raven's sitting on the throne. And it's complete and utter BS. It makes Jon's entire storyline be for nothing. Daenerys going crazy like she did makes her entire storyline be for nothing. At least since there was absolutely no workup. I could have accepted her going crazy if there was workup to the point of her being crazy. But there wasn't. There was just like, oh, well, you know what we're trying to do here, so just imagine if there was context in between. We'll put out videos on YouTube to explain the episode later. If you have to actively go and watch a video to explain the episode to you, then the episode sucked. And all the ratings I'm seeing from the last episode's getting like a 4. Like a freaking 4 on like Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb or BD, whatever that site is. It had like a 4.3 or something like that on there when I looked. For good reason. For damn good reason. And Arya, they just kept following her around everywhere when she was really doing much of nothing. And I know why they're doing it. It's because everybody loves Maisie Williams. I love Maisie Williams. I get that. But you kind of just wasted time. And you know, HBO offered them 10 episodes for this season. And they were like, nope, we can do it in 6. Why? Because it's less work. They should have did it in 10 and took the extra time. Instead of trying to run off to go do Star Wars. And saying screw the Game of Thrones fans. Not all Game of Thrones fans are Star Wars and looking forward to you doing that project. If they watch this. I talk to my camera like I'm talking to them, but that's okay. And I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I've seen a lot of other people criticizing it and showing videos where the cast was trying to warn us, saying, you know, it was going to be disappointing and all that. And they were completely right. They were completely right. I see why so many of them had to take walks and go cry. Because the actors knew the script was shit. And the writers wouldn't listen to them. They knew we were going to be disappointed. They were probably afraid of it ruining their careers. But to any of the actors that may see that, this has not damaged any love I have for any of you. At all. I 100% blame Dan and Dave. 150%. I still love all the actors. All of them. So. Oh, and the way they killed Varys? Oh no, honey. He didn't even scream. Like, you didn't even hear him scream when he got caught on fire. And they just did that all so quick. That was my problem with that episode. They did that all so quick that, you know, it didn't even hit me until I watched some stuff on it later that he was trying to poison her. It didn't hit me at all. I thought he was checking up on the queen. It didn't hit me at all that little girl was trying to poison her. I mean, maybe that's just on me. I don't know. But it did not dawn on me until I watched some stuff on it later that that's what he was even trying to do. I knew he was committing treason because he was rotting everybody and telling them who Jon was, which for absolutely no reason because he didn't get the crown, but it makes me mad. I didn't like it. It ruined the show. I'll probably never sit down and watch that show again, or if I ever do, which I doubt, then I won't be watching this season. I'll just stop it at the last one or something because this season just pisses me off. It left me feeling empty inside, like empty, depressed, disappointed. Those are the three words that come to mind when I think of that very last episode of Game of Thrones and the season overall. They jumped the shark. For you older folks that know what that means, they jumped the shark. Big time. Really shows what happens when they have no source material to copy off of. Just saying. Maybe they should have got R.R. Martin in there to write a couple of those episodes. He's wrote quite a few of them. Like that battle at King's Landing where Tyrion gets that scar on his face. I'm pretty sure I heard that he wrote that one, and that's a damn good episode. So yeah. I'm going to quit my rant now. I'm so upset about the episode. I want to know what you think about this episode down in the comments below. Were you happy with it? If you were, lucky you. Did it make you as mad as it's made me? I'd like to know down below. And if you like this sort of content and want to see more, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little bell button so you always know when I upload. And I will see you next time. Peace.
Are you listening? Damn.